on EA Sports. And we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Rams and the 49ers, and it's coming up next.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
On 2nd and 7, Locke sliding out of the pocket. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. It's brought in by Harris. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke, throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Eluding the pressure. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off on a safety. Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Locke to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke finding room at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Clock now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. We're scoreless after 1. They'll run on first down with Akers. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw it is Locke. And Woods has it complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 20, the 40, the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. They are not ready for us.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Locke going to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Locke. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10. Lance, a give now to Sherman, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Cam Akers in the Rams offense ready to go back to work. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing now is Locke. His throw incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Locke. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. We're pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's got this down to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's got Ayuk once again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On the handoff, Sermon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. On 1st down, Locke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard short. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Locke's throw pulled in by Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Locke now on 1st down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Lance now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Escaping the pressure, Wright. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 1 second, all that remains. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So we've come, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
No pain, no gain.
Aaron Donald in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think the reason this play's so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
On first down, Akers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. He's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Flushed out right. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing again on second down. Locke gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Oh, no.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Here's Locke to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. Locke going to try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Let's go. Let's go.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd and 7, Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
The tackle by Eric Armstead. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Block now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. Lock going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of it. Now Locke, he lost the football in town. But now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On 2nd down now, Akers. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Lock now on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
To throw it is Locke. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Maurice Hurst in there to drop him for a loss on the play. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Push him back. Watch the twins. Watch the twins.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. back now here in Santa Clara. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Locke, rolling to his right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Second and 10.
Throwing again. Block. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, some strong running. Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Block. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Maurice Hurst picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
After the sack on 1st down. Block. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Go. Go.
Now Locke. Got to have this one. That'll be caught by Cup. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Sermon.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
To the right side, this is Sermon.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On second down, it's Sermon.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Lance looking to throw it.
Caught on the slant. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a
and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down at 4 now.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A big them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put the